Hey, what's up? Welcome to the live stream. I'm trying to decide what we're going to listen to. Missouri for Donald Trump, yes. Most definitely, yes. I like Missouri. I was there a few years ago. What the heck? Let's see, what do we got going here? Let's see. I think we're still in Sacramento. I got the top scanner feeds though here. We're down to the wire. It's getting down there. We got like less than 48 hours. Are you nervous? I'm a little bit nervous because they cheat. And if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't trip as much. But there should be a landslide for sure. We just have to make sure to protect the vote. Protect the vote, swamp the vote, and then they shouldn't have no opportunity to do anything else. Damn, bro, it's getting cold. I better shut the window and turn the heater on. Oh my god, I'm damn old lazy. I don't like it when it's cold. Holy shit. Well, I better get something warmer to wear. Have you been watching all the rallies? All the rallies have been spectacular. I hope you can hear me. The sound should be good. Oh yeah, I was watching this eye doctor bullshit thing. I don't care about watching that anymore. I figure I better go live before I get any more tired. Okay, so this is the top 100 scanner feeds. But I think I want to go... As long as it's not boring, we could do it. No, I actually wanted to... What was I doing? Trying to decide. What the heck? Maybe LA will be more exciting. LAPD. LAPD. Los. What do we got going on here?
It's not going to be a 220 or a 242. That's one that we're across the street shipping one right now.
What? What is this all Starlink stuff?
76 or 74, David. Over.
What? I haven't been yawning all night. Now I want to yawn? What the heck is going on here? Well, either way, we have lots of things to talk about.
34, David. 12, over.
Because face it, we're down to the wire now.
Super.
We're down to the nitty gritty now, dude. There's definitely no turning back after this. All I know is we better swamp the vote, Jack. Chris, can you imagine how horrible it would feel? Look, can you imagine a repeat of 2020? Because I'm not sure if I can go through that again. In fact, I know that we're not, but I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty much confident except for they cheat. You know, and there's a lot of stupid people out there that don't have a clue of what the heck they're doing. They don't even know who Kamala is. They're like, I'm voting for her because she's like a girl. That's like the most dumbest thing in the world I've ever heard. Oh, and it's funny how she has no one at her rallies. She probably buses in all those illegal immigrants that she's let in just to have someone at a rally. What is this? It makes me so angry because they love to lie. I mean, it wouldn't be so bad if they would just like, I don't know what they would do. If they would just like spontaneous combust or something. That's a real thing, you know it is. Spontaneous human combustion is a real thing.
David, Unit Denver, 952 on branch out the whole Hallmark.
Hallmark. Last time we tried Long Beach, it was boring as heck. Should we try to go to South LA? Let's see. Is there going to be anything exciting going on?
Moving to Hungry Mary.
Channel 2? Wait. I'm looking at the scanner codes. Alright, well, I don't know if anybody else is going to come in. We might... Is anyone else going to come in? Or are we only having lurkers and haters and in the closet fans tonight? Because I did have a few things to discuss with everybody regarding Nick G. Because don't you know? Where is it? There is... Oh, here it is. Here's my notes on Nick G right here. South Van Ness. Oh shit. They're in LA right now. They're like right by Disneyland. Okay. What about it? I'm waiting for a code. Come on. So boring. We might have to actually like...
Speaker meet 3857 4321 South Van Ness Avenue.
2341, what is that? Did she just say 2341? Or did he? Better check. That might not even be a thing, Jack. Okay, wait. Yeah, it might not even be a thing. Where are we right now? So confused. Oh, now playing... Oh, I see. We're in Southside LA. So boring, though, right? Just gonna browse the scanner feeds. What's the big deal about Indianapolis?
U1, are you clear?
What do they got going? Hurry up. Speak. Why do they take so long to talk? Dispatch. Okay, so like we have Indianapolis Metropolitan with 1,644 listeners.
Is 18U1 and the voice?
What?
No, you're right.
Cleveland Police and Metro, Greater Lansing, Pittsburgh, Des Moines, Springfield.
Ambulance attempt suicide 5119 Avalon Boulevard, 5119 Avalon Boulevard. Subject is a male, 51 years. Monitor for additional code 3, incident 4050 RD 1362. Maiden Century.
What are they talking about? Detroit Police Dispatch, Columbus Police, Lincoln Police, Buffalo, Jack.
512, hit and run felony, Belport and Lomita. Go to incident 4018, RD 509.
Holy shit, a hit and run felony. Oh, they're gonna be so busted. Oh, now I have to hear the outcome of this. I'm not gonna be able to get off this scanner now. Yep, we'll listen to the chat. We'll listen to this while I round up my thoughts. And I have the scanner codes. I have to round up my thoughts still. Where's my other notes? Okay, I'm gonna mark this page, because I have literally like 10 questions for Nick right here.
Requesting an additional unit, Maiden Century.
Or regarding Nick, I should say. Felony hit and run, they're gonna be so wrecked, dude. Where's my other...
3120 on town.
Oh yeah, here it is.
Verifying location.
This is a really great quote. Look at, don't let what you hope for
Charles 828, you gotta get permission.
Shh, quiet for a minute. Look at, don't let what you hope for vanish in consequence of your inaction or inactions. That's pretty deep, dude. And go out and vote, since you're part of a free, remarkable state. It's true, no, it is. If
Violence suspect 3605, step in white at Clear incident 4059 in the RD 589 Summer Register.
yeah, but I love policemen's boots. You know, their boots that they wear. I like those. I want a pair of those. I'm trying to find my other notes.
Transfer complete. Your time miles 4313.
Oops, dropping somebody off at downtown jail. Okay, so where's my original notes? I just marked the page.
Usually follow up to Kaiser Tyler with RE834.
Yeah, but I want to be able to, like, converse with somebody over it. Otherwise, it doesn't do any good. Right? Otherwise, I'm not going to get anything out of it. Neither will you. Unless we converse about it. See, because they said I have fucking questions for that asshole. Okay? No one should be allowed to say, oh, I saw Kylie the next day after her car vanished with her body in it. Right? Nobody should be allowed to say, oh, I saw Kylie, and then never get questioned on it. Okay? That shouldn't be allowed. Okay, where is it? It's gonna be one of these pages right here. Because I have so many notes. It's ridiculous. Okay, is this it? Yep, this is it. Okay, because I have some serious questions going on, right? Just so that you know. Nick G. Remember? The half-assed... the AAA driver? The... what is that again?
585-4059.
Roadside assistance. These are important questions. Why hasn't Nick G said it wasn't Kylie? Right? Yes or not? He needed to say that he never saw Kylie. Because it's a known fact he did not see Kylie. Okay, and why did he lie about talking to...
Additional near battery domestic line, suspect 3605, Stephen White Drive. Suspect was walking on foot, headed in an unknown direction. Suspect is expert, red male, Hispanic, like complexion. No further description. It's go to incident 4059 and RD 589.
599? See, I'm tripping out on him never coming out and saying, look, I guess it wasn't Kylie that I saw. I guess it wasn't Jagger that I saw.
Suspects are now black, 40 years old, 300 pounds, wearing black shirt, black pants. Suspect just been seen with a gun back, but no weapon was seen. Code 2-640-7626-3.
You got probable cause. Go jack him up.
18 Western, can you verify if they're still en route for 2 vehicles?
Nick G said that? I drift. Nick G said what? Well, no. I'm saying Nick G should come forward. These are my questions. I just wrote down 10 of them before I came on with you right now, right? These are things that needed to be answered. Okay, I'm going to pause the scanner for a second. Hi, Drift. How are you? Thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining us, and thank you for being here. You could be anywhere in the world, right? But look, Nick G, why hasn't he said it wasn't Kylie? Because 100% he did not see Kylie. Okay. And I once in a while I think back about, you know, how it all played out, and it's just going into my head, right? And I go back to like my whole everything back then as it was happening, how I was feeling or thinking. And in my opinion, right, by now, he should have came out and said, look, I must have made a mistake. I didn't see Kylie, right? But that's even if you're going to consider that that whole scenario even happened. Because in my mind, if I had to, like, if somebody had a, you know, a weapon to my head or something, and they're like, come on, which is it, right? Did it happen or didn't it happen? I would just say it didn't happen. Flat out didn't happen. Him and his girlfriend, for whatever reason, his girlfriend, in my mind, is backing up his story. Why, though? What has he got in it, right? AWP made it sound like he rammed them down to tell them info, but their interviews seemed to be at Prosser. AWP ran them down. Ran who down? Oh, Nick and his girlfriend? No, Nick G's the one that noticed AWP and went to them at Best Buy. Yeah, but okay, in my mind, that whole bullshit. Yeah, Nick ran down AWP, exactly. Right in front of Best Buy. Right? And don't think they didn't like rehearse anything beforehand. They're like, oh, this is raw, uncut video. No, it isn't, Jack. And they're like, oh, this is a longtime supporter of ours. Nuh-uh, otherwise he'd know your names. Okay? And then it's kind of like how now Nick G is a PI or some bullshit, and how Nick Wren, now he's certified to do underwater rescue. Now he's certified? What the actual F, bro? You know and I understand what it's like to be like, to have the first of something, like you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what to do. But come on, Jack. They had already been doing this. They found other deceased people in cars underwater before. They needed to have a list of things, at least a list of things, like notice if they could notice the gear that the car was in, right? While he was checking out the car underwater, when he found the car. Those are things that needed to be noted, like just different things is all. Was the lights really on, right? Because they said that the lights were turned off. No, it wasn't. When the car went into the water, the lights was on, somebody turned off the lights to say that Kylie didn't know or she didn't see where she was going, which is a bunch of crap. We all know that Kylie wasn't even able to be conscious to know that, which makes me suspicious about Megan Cole, because she said maybe she didn't know her car was moving. And that's telling me, giving me hints that she knew that Kylie wasn't conscious, right? When Sammy told Megan, look, someone followed Kylie to her car and offered to take her home, and Kylie said okay, that's because Sammy was there and she knows exactly who that person is or who those people are. You know, and that's why that was my whole trip with Megan the whole time, because, like, if she wanted to push, because we all know she's a pain in the ass, bro, right? If she wanted to push things in the proper direction, she could have very well freaking put her effort into doing so, you know? That's all. Like, I mean, she doesn't owe anyone anything or anything, but I mean, if you're gonna live your life to try to do what's proper, you know? I mean, or you can just go through your life sticking up for somebody that you can't even really vouch for, because at least I don't think that anybody would be able to vouch for Sammy. After all, look at, she does all this devious and malice bullshit, like actions. She inserts herself in Kylie's yearbook, and something is definitely not right with that. She has malice in her heart, okay? And, well, Megan doesn't see it because, in my opinion, so does she. You know what I mean? Like, get in where you fit in, you know? But so these are all my questions for Nick. Why hasn't he came forward yet and said it wasn't Kylie? Because it 100% wasn't Kylie. And 100% was not Jagger. What we got to see from the 4-camera crews that were taping. Well, we don't even know what they even edited out of the original version, right? Like, because, you know, they didn't even release everything as it was happening. They put it behind a paywall first. AWP did. And that was like one of the first things that I checked them off for too. Did anyone ever check out if Nick's girlfriend was friends with... Well, according to everybody, allegedly, they don't have any connections. No one's found any connections between them, but I find that hard to believe. For the simple fact that this was all planned out ahead of time. Okay? So, regardless of what anybody says, Nick G is affiliated, associated, and whatever, an acquaintance of or a friend of somebody that knows Sammy Smith. Because I don't know about you, but in my opinion, okay, Kylie isn't here because of Sammy, 100%. And Sammy, whoever was involved in taking Kylie's life, they needed to come up with shit to, like, buy them time. The abduction was one of them. All these different false reports coming in about renting the basement in Sacramento and the top being found over here, or some chick being chased into a car, topless, screaming her head off or whatever. All those things are just to buy time, to fill in the time gaps in the timeline, which no one has. Nick and her just started dating that Friday night. They did? See? Then I can't believe that freaking broad. And I certainly, definitely don't believe that piece of shit liar. He's a liar. He took weeks to come back. Look at, here's my questions. So, number one, why hasn't he said it wasn't Kylie? Why did he lie about talking to law enforcement? For all of my questions will tell you that that's a bunch of shit. That whole scenario is a bunch of crap. Heard that at the beginning of the case. Oh, you did? I didn't know that. I didn't know how long they were going out. I thought they were going steady for a while, you know what I mean? Like, But you never know, you know what I mean? People have casual relationships like it ain't nothing these days. So why did he lie about talking to law enforcement? Because law enforcement said they never spoke with him, and they would have had a record. If he would have called them, let's say, from the coffee shop as he claimed, right, after he saw Kylie's poster or whatever. Bullshit, dude. And why did he not call 911? Good questions. Why is his girlfriend backing it up? She wasn't there. You know what I mean? Like, even if he did call her, who cares? He could just be playing it out, going through the motions like, yeah, check it out, babe. He could be, like, even pulled over at Boca, okay? Like, listen to this. Yeah, I just had this bizarre shit going down right now. Like, I didn't know what to think of it. And then they don't talk about it again. And they don't see it on the news. And then all of a sudden, a week later, they go to a coffee shop, and he sees Kylie's flyer right there, and he's like, bro, that's the chick I saw a week ago. That's weird, bro. That's a bunch of crap. Right? Look, why hasn't he admitted it wasn't Kylie? Why did he lie about talking to the cops? And why did he not call 911? Why is his girlfriend backing it up? And why did Nick lie about working with AAA? Because in my mind, he never worked at AAA. That's another big fat lie, okay? Because nobody could ever confirm it. Look, Nick G's story, right, to me, is too much similar to Sammy's story, right? Something that nobody would be able to debunk. And it would have been easy to do. Everything about Kylie's demise is a bunch of crap. Yeah, because a bunch of crap people were involved in it. You don't... I think that the people that want justice for Kylie may understand how I feel about it, but it just does something to me that I don't know how to describe in words. But, okay, so... why did Nick lie about working at AAA, and why could he not find the location at Best Buy? Remember, they were outside Best Buy, and he's like, why didn't he just take out his own phone? Okay? That's giving you a clue. That's telling you something. If somebody's like trying to use other people's phones and they can't even come up with a precise location of where they were, then where's your phone at, bro? And by the way, it was the weekend. Why wasn't he in uniform? Because he claimed that he's always in uniform when he's working. I forgot to add that to my list. But anyways, for all the things I just forementioned, you should know that Nick G's story is a bunch of crap. Now, I'll continue. Why could he not find the location? Okay, right. Remember, he was all on Doug's phone and everything. He's like, oh, like I can't locate it. That's a bunch of shit. That's why not verify? We'll get there. We're going to get there. Why did it take him weeks to produce anything? It took him weeks, okay, to come back and say that they have cameras in the rear and the front of the vehicles. That wouldn't have mattered because he didn't work there, okay, in my mind. And it took him like 2 months to come back and say, oh, no, look at it. First, he acted like he went back to AAA, right, and asked for video footage, right, in which they wouldn't have given it to him anyways. They would only give that if they had it to the cops, if the cops came and demanded it or requested to have it, right? But they could literally make them get a warrant if they wanted to. It's happened here at my house with the cops. It's more than once, several times they've come knocking on my door wanted me to share my video footage with them, and I told them no. My video footage is for my convenience. Okay? Said how shitty the two were. There's added this shifter story to the... See, but that's why it's so suspicious. Okay? Because number one, it wasn't the battery, so why would he tell her, run your car for a while so the battery stays good? That's already not valid for me. And then, what else was I thinking about? Oh, and the gear shifter being in neutral. Doesn't anybody else find it odd that Megan would come up with something like that? Way ahead of time? That's because she's getting her first-hand information from somebody that was actually there, which is the same person that's responsible for Kylie not being here anymore. Allegedly, in my opinion. Okay, now look. Why wouldn't he... Yeah, why wouldn't he pull it up on his own phone? Didn't smell like alcohol, but noticed perfume. Let me think. See, unless I spoke with Jagger or Lindsay or Grandpa or somebody that knew Kylie personally that would be able to say, oh yeah, she usually had like a perfume bottle in the center console or whatever, right? I don't fall for anything that anybody says. $2,000 in my bank account. No, and shut up. It's a stupid freaking an ad for the scanner. Because I wanted to turn the scanner back on. But why say he saw Jagger when he didn't? He never saw Jagger, just like he didn't see Kylie. Right? And then, did you check the driver's license? The plate number? Or the VIN on the car? Right? And then
51 Frequent, 51 Eagle.
Double check that with Kylie's ID. Right? Is this really you? This is your ID? You have your ID, right? Like, look, because her phone, he said her phone was dead, so guess what? They should have been able to pull records of someone calling roadside assistance from Boca. If it wasn't done, it didn't happen. Anyone will tell you. If they didn't report it and record it, it didn't happen. What about the phone number he had for contact? Exactly. Exactly. Like, what phone number exactly was it that called you? You know what I'm saying? Like, none of that shit would have flown with me at all, period, whatsoever. Like, when you ask a question, right, and they come back with a roundabout answer, not pinpointing anything, it's just like a go-nowhere word salad. From 27th Street, 19 East 82nd Street, 12578, code 7, code 740. Damn, they talk fast. Well, I can't catch up with those codes. Oh, nice. Canceled. So, you see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Look at, if Nick's story really happened, then the cops would have been aware. The cops themselves would have gone to AAA, right? None of that happened. The cops never said any of that. Why? Because it's not relevant. SB should be interrogated. Who's that? SB. Who's that? Oh, Sam Brown, that's right. Sam Brown is just as clueless as everyone else. I can't believe this. I have to go in the kitchen and grab me something to eat again. Damn, I'm freaking hungry right now. But all these things don't even make any sense. Holy macaroni. Wait, what is it? Tonight's Saturday night, right? It's Saturday night. I kept on thinking that it was already Sunday.
Incident 4097 RD 506.
Alright, just chill out here while I try to go get a bite to eat. Well, it's not Sunday yet, is it?
Charles George 74, John 77, California time.
Definitely not yet. It's not Sunday yet. It's Sunday night? It is? Oh, yeah. Oh, so it is. Today is Sunday. You're right.
You advise surrounding units not to take stolen on
So then,
Adam Sam.
Tomorrow is Monday. Tomorrow's the final day.
Adam Sam Mary 497. Was involved in the hit run TC on that Desi.
Well, actually, people could still vote tomorrow and Tuesday, but, like, are the polls going to be, like, crazy on Tuesday? Right? But I don't care how many hours it is. Dan will stand there. It's not an optional.
The termination of the pursuit that occurred. Terminated 7 South of Springs. Suspect male black 60 feet, 200 pounds, 25, 30 years. Young green pants, navy windbreaker jacket, black shirt underneath, beard and goatee, wearing one neon green shoe. Information incident 4027.
Hey, I was just watching a video the other day about Poland, right? They have a huge fence. It's not even like a wall. It's just a fence. Going all along their border with barbed wire up at the top that, you know, just like they have in prison. They have barbed wire that goes like that in circles so that you can't get through it. Then they have these big old huge poles that are tall with like cameras on each side of it. There's like 3 cameras in each direction. Then they also have guards on standby at the border. Okay? That's all. That's all there is to it. And they make it known, like, if you're going to try to come into our country.
Time now, Vandals and suspect there now, 11305 6th Avenue, code 2 incident 3739, RD 1846. Additional time now, criminal debt suspect 10023 South Figueroa Street, code 2 incident 4105, RD 1821.
See, because it keeps making me mad that they keep disobeying the Constitution and no one cares. Planes fly over fences. Tunnels go beneath them. Yeah. 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 And plus, we can't even see. The problem is, what tunnels? If they had tunnels in Poland, then they would know. Yeah. Okay. We have to protect our border. Otherwise, look, it's only obvious they don't want to fix the problem. Because if the border gets sealed, then they don't have nobody to steal anymore. They can't steal human beings if they don't have access to them. Like, you hear Trump talking about the 325,000 kids.
Do we have an ETA for the few officer?
That's all of them. That's who they are. Like, literally. Right? Why do you think none of them bring it up? Kamala never brings it up. Right? Lincoln Riley and all these other people. Right? They don't ever bring it up. Why do you think that is? Because guilty conscience. And that's why they need to keep Trump from being president, because they won't have access to all the stuff, okay? In my opinion, as far as I know, Kamala Harris herself is supplying Diddy with his freaking victims for his little parties and shit. As far as I know, Oprah, Pelosi, Kamala, Beyonce, and all of them were there. Yep, all at the same exact time. It's true, no, it is. With Epstein too. It's true, no, it is. But see, can't you picture it in your head when you think about it? Look at Megan said what Sammy said today, in which I agree. That's what Megan said.
1809, you have an 18 out of 97, see the watch printer.
Okay. What Sammy said.
897, report to the watch printer.
Fuck is an 897? What Sammy said, in which I believe, right? I believe it. What Sammy said, and I believe it's true, is that someone followed Kylie back to her car. So look at what does she actually mean by that when Sammy said that? Because look at, she said, look, you know what she said? After going back to the party, right? From being at the car, she said that she made sure to find Kylie to tell her she didn't need a ride. And so then, when was it that somebody followed Kylie to her car? Regardless of, Sammy was there. Holy shit, I have 2 scanners going or something? How is that possible? How can I have 2 scanners going at once? How is that even possible? Have to check. See what's playing games over here on me. Okay, I gotta get rid of that. Get rid of that. I don't care about YouTube. Go ahead and shut yourself off. 932 West 80th Street. What was I saying again? About Sammy, yeah, knowing who said that to Kylie. 932 West 80th Street. See, in my mind, stop talking into the microphone like you're eating it and shit. What the heck? Well, anyways, in my mind, who Sammy is referring to, right, is whoever it was. Look. By then, Kylie was already gone, right? Someone followed Kylie back to her car and offered to give her a ride home. No, in my mind, they followed Kylie back to her car to put her in the trunk and then wait for the right moment to ditch her car into the lake. Okay? That's what I see. That's what I picture happening. And I literally get pictures of it in my head. Like, of certain situations. Of them standing around talking and of just different things. I can't explain it in words. It's just flashes of visions that I get in my head of things. You know, it's almost like I can see them. Like literally going to the hatchback of Kylie's car, right? Opening it up and moving her from the back seat to the hatchback. Because remember, originally she was supposed to have been in the back seat. And in my opinion, that's when her shoe came off. And they didn't bother to put it back on. Why, you ask? Well, because that would have looked suspicious. And it would have took too much time. They needed to distance themselves from Kylie and her car as soon as possible. Can you imagine? The cops show up and they're trying to put Kylie's shoe back on her foot before they close the hatch and get her car into the water. They would have been wrecked. That's like an extra possible 30 seconds they weren't willing to take the time to do. And they figured it would look normal. Like, oh, maybe her shoe came off when she tried to climb or crawl through the 7 inches or 8 inches of space. Well, between the headrest and the ceiling would have been 7 or 8 inches, but from the top of the seats to the ceiling would have been 10 or 11. Definitely not enough space. And not only not enough space, but not enough time. It was? Well, then it must have been, then her shoe must have came off due to the decomp level. Right? That's all that it's indicating to me then. That's the only other thing that it would be. Due to the advanced stages of decomp, it was already not holding on. You know what I'm saying? Well, we don't know what the truth might be, right? It could have been due to the stages of decomp being as advanced as it was, because 15 days is a long time, right? It could have been that. It could have just happened like that, but kind of weird too. Why wasn't the shoe floating free, right? The shoe itself should have been flowing free in the water. But you mean it was right next to her foot? That's weird. That's just weird. No, we don't, because remember going over Nick Ren's video, he said a pair of shoes. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. One of her shoes was off, but nonetheless it was still right by her foot. That's why he said, I see a pair of shoes. Right? But either way, if he said he saw a pair of shoes, he didn't just see her shins. First of all, he wouldn't have been able to see only her shins, because from the side of the car where he said, I see a pair of shoes, he would have only have seen like the top of her knees and her shoes. He wouldn't have even seen her shins from that angle, right? He wouldn't have been able to see anything else until he got to the other side of the car and he came around and looked in through the window. Well, those were his words. And that's why I'm trying to tell everybody that that's a bunch of crap too. There's no way. Without even knowing what you're going to look at when you're looking through the window. All I know is the first thing you look at when you see someone is their face. See, I don't believe that story. Never will I ever believe that Kylie was going to take a nap, sober up, sleep the night there. That's all fictitious. That's all lies. Everybody knows Kylie was not intending on camping out there that night. She intended on going home, as she told her mom she was. And Sammy didn't leave.
Lincoln Young 0949.
Sammy wasn't gone at all.
Code for Normandy and Florence, information only. For Normandy and Florence on 6 Lincoln Young 0949, information only.
She had to say that to distance herself from the situation. As it is, she had to get a criminal defense attorney. That's telling me a lot.
Mary Young 502, Lincoln W4.
You don't? I do, only because of the fact that
6 North Freeze Avenue. Care devices number table causing a disturbance following through hours.
look, they're not going to run any chances, right? They're not going to run any chances in taking Kylie's life and then making it like she's the one doing text messages that are going out, right? Because look, what if that happened? What if they had already took Kylie's life and then pretended like they were Kylie texting Lindsay, and Lindsay decides to call back? Huh? Then they can't answer the phone. Then Lindsay might think something's up. Right? That's why the location, that's why Live 360 was shut off at 12:03. Because Kylie was already gone. And they definitely didn't want anyone to try to locate her after she was gone already. So they were already planning on losing the phone. I don't think the phone was lost. In my mind and in my opinion, the phone was with Kylie in her car. After all, they didn't have to tell us that. Whether Kylie's phone was with her or not, they didn't have to tell us that. You seen, they didn't even as much as care about her laptop flying out of her car. In my mind, they took Kylie's life at midnight. And at 12:03, they shut Live 360 off. And then right before they ditched the car in the water, they did a hard shutdown. That was the last phone ping. Well, all that stuff with the phone wouldn't have mattered anyways, because if the phone's not on or working, then they won't be able to locate it anyways. So I don't know why they were tripping. They pretended to thoroughly search the reservoir. Yep, they pretended is right. But if I had...
Information only on a 507 radio in the area, 1458 West 66th Street.
If I really had to say...
Coming from unknown location, causing a disturbance. Incident 4215 RD 1245.
The likelihood that they knew where Kylie was is very likely. See, That's why Nick G played a crucial role,
1835.
right?
No, you have 1835.
A stranger, supposedly,
1835, my man, the watch planner.
you know, on the job, so no relation.
1835, rock.
That's why Nick G was crucial. They had to have signs of life. Signs of life, right? Or what they thought was signs of life.
Did you receive?
They can't even prove that even happened. And they're going to try to say that that's Kylie's. The last sighting anyone had of Kylie was at Boca. No way. I wondered that since the post of her mom, and then all of a sudden the whole demeanor changed. What was her like since she already knew? Like Lindsay knew? Nah.
Mileage 64330.
Nah.
Roger, 563.
See, now Lindsay realizes now, right? In my mind, now she realizes Kylie was set up. But back then, she didn't know what to think.
5815, 5815, switch to simplex for 5 George 63.
Now, I'm willing to bet that Lindsay sees it. Now she knows Kylie was set up.
53, verify you want 8 units, that's good, 6 with you to switch to 6.
It makes me wonder if she regrets going up behind Sammy and hugging her, you know, and all that. See, because I think that was premature. And let the teens mourn the loss of their friend. And we don't want to get anyone else in trouble. Why? Who is in trouble as of yet? After all, no one else.
Investigation 1022 Layton Avenue. Subject to the female of 15 years, wearing a gray sweater, PJ pants, red and white with a Christmas deer design. Last seen 30 minutes ago on foot from a location. Discussion 4222 RD379.
Juvenile. Why was Kylie just all around American good girl, and then she was a party girl and experimented with it?
415 Minnesota woman, 600 South Spring Street, 600 South Spring Street, suspect found out black, approximately 30 years, thin film, black jacket, white pants, black and white shoes, a fox head, 18 male black, light complexion, 50 to 60 years, reading glasses, bald, pink jacket, white skirt, flip flops, suspect was passing, chasing the woman on 6th Street. Go 34220 RD164, Central and China.
What? People are freaking out. Let me think about what I was thinking about. Oh, because they all lied. That's why it's ridiculous. Because they all lied. And those cops, right? What should they do? Oh, we need to question them again because you know what? They all said that Kylie was wasted. And haha, look at toxicology comes back and no, she wasn't. So they ought to just have to explain themselves. Why were they saying that? Right? Why would you say that Kylie was so intoxicated to where she couldn't even walk straight? Were you there? Did you see her? You saw her drinking? Or you saw her being intoxicated on something? Like what? When? Who was there? That's why they can't pinpoint any of it, because none of it is right. None of it is true. It's all nothing but a bunch of lies. And who cremated her so quickly without answers? Her mother. her mom. That's why she collected the GoFundMe money. Remember I told you? Because Lindsay and Tony didn't have a pot to piss in. Okay? They were living at the lodge, getting room and board in exchange probably for keeping up the lodge, you know? They were responsible for hosting the guests. Right? So I don't imagine that they had any money in the savings or in the bank.
1527 Crenshaw Boulevard, subject to custody.
I don't see them having any money.
Investigation 1022 Layton Avenue, code 2174222 or 8379.
Put away. So that's why Lindsay had to collect the GoFundMe money. It's because so that she can have to say what would happen to Kylie. Right? But one thing's for sure, she never wanted this brought back up again. Right? We know by the decisions. Look at. We know by the decisions that Lindsay made and the manner in which she made them that she wants this sealed. She never wants this talked about ever. She doesn't care. She doesn't want to find out. She just accepted what she was told, and she sealed it. Sealed it forever. Making it to where it would be close to impossible for anybody to seek justice for Kylie. Due to the decisions that Lindsay made. How did she even know Kylie would have wanted to be cremated? She was 16. What, they talked about that or something? Because if they did talk about it, that's rather odd. I've never known any 16-year-olds to discuss on what they want to happen if they happen to, you know. That's weird.
Code 6
But there were no answers as to why she was right there and yet missing for 2 weeks. Yeah, there was answers to that. There were answers to that. Sammy was leading everybody. In my mind, the most obvious thing was Kylie's in the lake. That's what was most obvious.
543 Broad Avenue, code 24193 RD 529. They're calling back.
Alright, I'm finally going to go in the kitchen now, I think. Yeah, with all their lies.
22, did you receive?
Because they needed things to fill in the gaps in time.
Anyone following it, Figure Road 93rd is now just
Right.
ambulance traffic. Circle back, see if the suspect was still at the location. Incident 4182. X42 Roger.
You know, the girl, topless, screaming, and someone chasing her back into the car. That license plate never matched. You're gonna go to bed? Alright, Drift, I'll see you next time. Yeah, see you on the next one. Definitely sleep when you can. Sleep is very important. Definitely do that. God bless you. Sleep well. Sweet dreams, and I'll see you next time. God bless you. God bless America. Trump 2024 and justice for Kylie Rodney. Yeah. Rest yourself. Yeah, have a wonderful week, you as well, and go Trump is right. Pray that good wins this time. Yeah. So I'm just going to play the scanner while I'm gone, while I go to the kitchen for a few minutes. Then I'll decide whether to keep it going when I get back. I probably won't, though, because no one's around anyways. I should probably just close it down now. Anyways, yeah, because I got my questions out that I wanted to get out about Nick and the urgency of everyone going out and voting. So we just keep at it. Don't give up. Never give in. Never surrender. We're going to win, 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 and win again. Trump 2024, thank you for being here. God bless everyone. Justice for Kylie Rodney. See you next time. Bye for now.